to do. So this yaga they do before checking the, before that they check the mantra's potency, and they do the Putrakest Kameshti yaga. So Vishnu is going to appear. Vishnu is being satisfied. So he is appearing. Tasmat Purusha Uttasthau Hema Malya Malambaraha Hiranmayena Patrena Siddham Adaya Payasam. कोई बात नहीं. As soon as the oblations was offered in the fire, a person appeared from the fire altar wearing a golden garland and a white dress. He was carrying a golden pot filled with rice boiled in milk. Next. Savipranumato Raja Grihitvanjali Naudanam Avagraya Muda Yuktaha Pradatya Patnya Udaradhi Pradat Patnya Udaradhi. The king was very liberal, and after taking permission from the priest, he took the preparation in his giant palms, and after smelling it, he offered a portion to his wife. So that sweet rice pot he took and he gave to his wife. The word Udaradihi is significant in this connection. The wife of the king, Sunitha, was not fit to accept this benediction. Yet the king was so liberal that without hesitation he offered to his wife the boiled rice in milk prasada received from the Yajna Purusha. Of course, everything is designated by Supreme Personality of Godhead. As will be explained in later verses, this incident was not very favorable for the king. Since the king was very liberal, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in order to increase his detachment from this material world, willed that a cruel son be born of the queen, so that the king would have to leave home. 1 second, Prabhu. One courier is coming. হ্যালো, বলুন। ইয়েস ইয়েস, আমি বলছি। আমি দূরে আছি, বলুন। না না, আছি না, আমি আছি না। পার্সেলে তো একটা নাম্বার দিচ্ছিলাম, ওনাকে ফোন করে দেন। আপনাকে পাঠিয়ে দেব। ঠিক আছে, হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ। I have to take classes in Bengali also. तेलुगु, इंग्लिश, हिंदी, बांग्ला। बांग्ला में क्लासेस भी लेता हूँ हल्का हल्का। अरे इतना पूरा उधर सेवा के लिए तो बंगाली सीखने पड़ेगा। लेबर से मैनेज करना है ना, लेबर को इतना गाली देना पड़ता है, इतना बहुत होता है। चल रोज रजोगुण में हम 10 घंटा रजोगुण में रहते हैं। अभी भी जाऊंगी इधर, उधर बहुत काम है। अभी भी उधर बहुत खेती का काम है ना, बहुत। So okay, if we all are devotees and community is full of devotees, then things are very peaceful. But even we are doing good activities, farming activity, but dealing with the Rajasic and Tamasic people, lusty people, they wants to eat away our money. Now I have to sell out more than 25 to 30 acres of maize is there. Now I have to sell it, and there is so much problem. One side rains are coming, they are trying to make cash of the situation. They want to give very less money, and also all the time they make, hey, this is not there, that is not there, I will not give this much, I will give tomorrow, this, that. If devotee is community, then goodness will be automatically will be there. Things will be as per the rules and regulations, go. But outside people, it's very difficult to deal. Sinful. Huh? Unmute to ho gaya na? Okay. Okay. So here, the king was very... So in future we are going to see, Prabhupada is also writing, as will be explained in the later verses, she is not fit to get that. She is a sinful woman actually. And her father is also a sinful man. Death personification. So, but the Udaradihi, that means, but still she is not qualified to get that pious, that sweet rice. But Udaradihi, Anga is so liberal, and out of his bold-heartedness, so he gave that pot to her. And so you can see, in order to increase his detachment, and Lord also is going to do proper arrangement for Anga actually. He is going to give a cruel boy as a son. Reason is, one reason is actually he is a devotee, Anga, and to take him more close. So that's why he is going to give that cruel boy as son. Another way also you can think in the respect of karma. So Anga is also having the sin. And but he got because of that he got a sinful wife. Because of sinful wife, son is also sinful boy. This is Adi Bhautika. So external reason. And devotional reason is Krishna's willing. And external reason is, you can see, so because of his sinful wife, he is going to get sinful son. We are going to see these both things in coming slokas. As stated above, Lord Vishnu fulfills the desires of the karmis as they desire. But Lord fulfills the desire of a devotee in a different way. So in previous sloka we have seen, in the Prabhupada is writing, karmi's case he never interferes. He will just leave them as per their karma, whatever they should get, they will get. But what about jivas who turn towards him because of the sadhus association, those who came to know about Krishna, if in their case what Krishna is saying, hey, you surrender to me completely, you give up everything and fully surrender to me and completely, all the time you be engaged in my service, chant my names, hear my names and remember me and worship me. Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru, Manmanabhav Madbhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru. These activities are representing what? Direct devotional activities. Madhyaji, Manmanabhava, Madhyaji, Manmanabhav Madbhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru. Vishwanath is based upon this sloka, is saying after surrendering one should do, after completely surrendering to Krishna, one should do what? Direct devotional service. That's why you can match with our diagram also. In this diagram also, what? After full surrender, what one should do? Madhyaji, Manmanabhav, Madbhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru means direct devotional activities. That means 64 limbs one should do 24 hours. So everywhere, everything will match actually. Here Bhagavad Gita, whatever is saying, nectar of devotion, Bhagavatam, everywhere, same concept, same philosophy is being again and again repeated. So, Lord, in 1867 he is saying Manmanabhav Madbhakto Madhyaji. In 66 he is saying Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. He is saying you just surrender to me and always work for me. Do my direct devotional activities. Even if you do for preaching sake some indirect activities, indirect devotional activities, but still while doing that also you should keep on remember me or chant me, my names, hear my names, like that he is saying. So that is only the goal of the Jivatma. Na? Jivatma is what? By nature it is constitutionally servant of the Krishna, nothing else actually. No other relationship is Jivatma's permanent relationship. This you have to cultivate in everyone's heart. This is the preaching actually. We have to cultivate this spirit in everyone's heart. So, in their case, that means Lord, in his devotee's case, he will take full control. So that means karma will not work in their case. Whatever is happening, because of Lord's will. Even if there is a karma karma will be destroyed. That means you can see in the anartha nivritti will happen in the various levels. So Lord will be giving as a different treatments. Two devotees are there, they have same karma, but treatment will be different. Lord will be giving the differently treatment to each. So according to his will and wish, sometimes he may give sweet medicine, sometimes he may give bitter medicine for his devotees. It's completely Lord's free will. So what kind of medicine he wants to give for his devotees to treat their nature actually, to make them more and more close to him. Next, but in the case of karmis, as stated above, Lord Vishnu fulfills the desires of the karmis as they desire. But the Lord fulfills the desires of a devotee in a different way. Different way means not like in the case of karmis. Sometimes he may give good result, sometimes he may give worst result, anything. Ultimately he makes sure that his devotee become more and more, so his love for him intensified. That he will check, that he will do. Next. Satat pumsavanam ragni prashave pratyuradhade garbham kala upavritte kumaram sushuve praja. Although the queen had no son, after eating that food which had the power to produce a male child, she became pregnant by her husband, and in due course of time she gave birth to a son. No, one sinful man. Among the 10 kinds of purificatory process, one is pumsavanam. This 16 samskaras are there. Not only 10, actually it's 16. Majorly they says 10, but if you go elaborately it's 16. Even it can be counted as 40 also sometimes. Based upon the various acharyas, they count in many ways. Major is 10, some little more. If you go and see 16 Shodash Samskaras, even it can be 40 also. In which the wife is offered some prasada or remnants of foodstuff offered to Lord Vishnu. So, samskarat bhavet dvijaha. So, by the samskaras, what happened in Varnashrama system? Varnashrama system means following samskaras. So they do follow the samskaras, that's why they are pure. These people also follow samskaras, these people also follow samskaras, these people also follow samskaras. But they no need of samskaras for this and this. Because they left the karma. These people are fully surrendered and they left everything. All good and bad, no matter for them. And these people are completely surrendered to Krishna. They are beyond the modes. These people also, they are transcended actually. So they are fully in the focus of getting Brahman. So, but samskaras are needed in this area. These people, Daiva Varnashrama samskaras. We can see samskaras given for the Daiva Varnashrama people. What kind of samskaras they should do? How should they should do? Will they worship demigods in that samskaras? No. So, what is the procedure they should follow? As per which book? Satkriya Saradipika by Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Samskaras, how to perform, he has given. Devotees, how they should marry. Vivaha samskara, how they should do, is given. Already our acharyas, everything they give actually. For these people actually. For these people, they follow karma kandas, they worship devatas. These people, this impersonalist varnashrama dharma, this is. This I don't know much, but these are the 3 different types of varnashrama systems. Impersonalist varnashrama, karmi varnashrama and daiva varnashrama. And vikarmis, they don't follow any varna and ashrama. Whimsically they do. Wherever there is a profit, wherever there is a money more, they will take up that activity. They will never stick to one particular dharma. Because for karmis, which is matter? Money matter. Sorry, not karmis, vikarmis. For karmis, money is matter, but they do follow shastra for their prescribed duties. And vikarmis, for them also money is matter, but they don't want to follow shastra. That means even fallen. But we We don't want to get money actually, but we are in the transition phase actually. Daivarnashrama. They want to transcend all these, so upadhis and also all the material benefits. Anyabhilasha sunyam they want to. They want to become anyabhilasha sunyam. But now in the time being, so what they should accept to maintain their body, they should accept something to maintain their family. And they should not maintain greed actually. They should live simple life. So these people life is simple life as per Shastra. But they do offer their result of karma to Lord all the time to please Him. And these people samskaras, no worship of demigods. Here there is a worship of demigods. So it's a pumsamana yaga. That means pumsamana samskara. Husband, he has to smell it. That is not an ordinary one. It's not just like a prasad. It is a food actually. To get a children brought by that Purusha who is appearing from that Yajna Kunda. Husband should smell. Then only she will be getting pregnancy. बच्चा तो चाहिए ना भाई. किसी को बच्चा को देना चाहिए तो स्मेल इट. ऐसा है क्या? ऐसा नहीं, ये इधर स्पेशली है this process actually. So that after sexual intercourse with her husband, she may conceive a child. So, Udaradihi. She is sinful woman. She is not qualified to get this prasada. But still he gave because of Udaradihi. Anga should not give to her. इसीलिए ना मिस्टेक हो गया, ऐसे ही वेण आ गया. बच्चा तो चाहिए लेकिन वाइफ तो बुरी, वाइफ इज नॉट गुड. So she should not get such a thing actually, such a food stuff which is coming from that yajna. But still he gave. मजबूर हो गए बस, उनका प्रारब्ध ऐसा है, वो भी उनका भी sin है. Anga also having this sin. But we should see in a devotional way actually. It's the Lord's will that he is going to get a bad child. That's why he is arranged a bad wife also. Sabalaye vapurusho mata mahamanuvratah adamarmam shodbhavam mrityum tena bhavad adharmikaha. That boy was born partially in the dynasty of Irreligion. His grandfather was death personified, and the boy grew up as his follower. He became a greatly irreligious person. So he got the qualities of grandfather. Prabhupada is writing, see in the purport. The child's mother Sunitha was the daughter of death personified. That means he is a cruel man. Sunita's father was a very cruel man. He used to kill people. Generally, the daughter receives the qualification of her father, and the son acquires those of mother. Your mother qualities mostly will be in the son, mother qualities, and father qualities will be in daughter. So according to the axiomatic truth that things equal to the same things are equal to one another, the child born of King Anga became the follower of his maternal grandfather, because she got So Vena's mother got qualities from her father. He is death personified. That's why cruelty is there in her also. And her qualities will come to now Vena. So if anyone get a good son, then where they should get married? They should get married a Sattvic girl. Then boy will be nice. According to Smriti Shastra, a child generally follows the principles of maternal uncle's house. Narana Matula Karma means that a child generally follows the qualities of his maternal family. If the maternal family is very corrupt or sinful, the child, even though born of a good father, becomes a victim of maternal family. According to Vedic civilization, therefore, before the marriage takes place, an account is taken of both the boys and girls' families. At least 7 generations they check in ancient days. If someone follows 7 generations properly, their samskaras, Shodash samskaras, then in that family, so in the next generation, the boy will be having the qualities of that caste. If this is a Brahmana caste, then he will be a Brahmana. Most chances are there. So that's why they are going to check before fixing a match. They are going to check the 7 generations, all they are proper or not. All the samskaras happen to this family lineage properly or not. Through the relatives and relatives like that, they check. If any discrepancy, any wrong thing is there, then they will not go for this match. Because of this fear, oh, my daughter will not get married if I do wrong. Because of this fear also, people they will be so stepping back to do any sinful activity. गाँव में कोई भी दारू नहीं पीते क्योंकि मेरे बेटी की शादी नहीं होगा, इस डर से भी होता है ऐसा. पता है आपको? हैं? हम लोगों के गांव में ऐसा है कि दारू पीने वाला घर से लड़की को शादी नहीं करते. अरे उनका पिताजी दारू पीते हैं, सिगरेट पीते हैं, रंडीबाज हैं, तो नहीं जाते हैं. उनके nobody will take. Nobody prefer a girl to marry from that house. It's like that. Because of that fear, they are controlled actually. Father will not do any mistake. And also someone do any mistake, he will be out from the house, out from the village. So that's why, so like this social culture, that means society will make, that means the culture of the society will protect us actually. Now what? Free culture. So no one should ask anyone. So I am not answerable to anyone. It's my personal life. What is the demons? They introduce nasty things so systematically with a very sophisticated words. I need my space. आजकल ब्रह्मचारी से I need my space. कौन सा space चाहिए रे? कौन सा space चाहिए? This concept introduced by demons actually in the thought. Then what? Even wife is saying with husband, I need my space. Child is saying to father and mother, parents, I need my space. That means I am not responsible or I am not answerable to anyone. This is my space. But previously, everyone is obeying the rules of the society and culture. And everyone is fear of the culture, fear of the society. And people think that this is very worst thing. Now people think that we are advanced and we don't need to follow any rules of the society, any rules of the family, nothing. I have my own freedom and I have my own space and I can do whatever I want. This is nothing but what? Demonic culture actually. It looks like so nice and we don't know that this is the wrong thing. Many people, they don't know that this is the wrong idea. So unfortunate. Even devotees also now missing. What space? Children want space in front of parents. Wife wants space. What space she wants? Where she will go by taking space? क्या करना चाहती है वो? ये क्या है? That means she doesn't want to answer in certain things. That is the meaning, na? I want space means. Brahmachari, what space you want? What space he wants? कहाँ लिखा है वो? भगवान की सरेंडरिंग के लिए भी यही बोल रहे हैं. Lord, I want my space. I can't surrender fully to you. So people who are grown up in this kind of culture want space like that, my space. How can they know how to surrender actually? Can they imagine the meaning of the surrender? They can't imagine also. Can they understand the meaning of surrender? They cannot. But in the ancient Vedic culture, so that means children, they surrender to their parents. Wife is surrendered to her husband. Elderly mother surrendered to her son. And people are responsible, answerable to the society. This was there. This was the Sattvic culture actually. This will protect person to not to fall down. Ultimately, following all these rules and regulations, what is the purpose? Maintaining goodness and finally attaining absolute truth. This was the goal actually. Not to get any kind of pleasure in this material world. That. See, so many concepts are nowadays. One more concept. In the friendship also. Friend for benefit. Friend with benefit, you know this concept? Huh? You don't know. Huh? You know, na? What is that? Ah. Yes. Friend for benefit means no commitment. Huh? Living is different. Living is different and friend with benefit is different. No, not committed to each other, and you take whatever I have and I take whatever you have. We do friendship for each other's benefit and no commitment. And this concept is introduced, and boys, girls in the colleges, they are taking this concept so aggressively and adapting this ideology very quickly, and now they are becoming friend for benefit. And after that, whenever you don't want and mutually they don't want, then break up. No friendship, finish. This is rapidly spreading in your colleges where you are preaching. If you don't know this idea, then how you can defeat this idea? You should know this idea. Huh? Huh? What? Beneficiary who? He will get benefit. Huh? He will also make a friend for benefit. प्रचार गए बाढ़ में. Because it will become very difficult in future. Because they became so rebellious and they don't want to give any answer to anyone. They are not responsible for their parents from their childhood. They are not responsible to the teachers. Even they do friendship, no commitment. So all the nasty ideas are spreading very rapidly. Very rapidly actually in the youth. Where there so many concepts are there. So living, relationship and breakups, this and that, so many. What was taught by our Vedas? Chastity was taught. Chastity and faithfulness. This is not at all discussed anywhere in their life. They don't know the meaning, what the word itself, chastity, they don't know. It's a rotten word. This is happening. So, it was like that. Culture was protecting one's character so much. That is the need of the culture actually. Vedic culture, why we need? We are not sentimental. So, culture protects the people's degradation. Their character will be protected actually. So that goodness is maintained. so that people can understand Shastra nicely, if goodness is there. By having cows and by having sufficient food and good culture, will maintain society in goodness, so that one can hear Shastra nicely. Okay, if the maternal family is very corrupt. Okay, next. If according to astrological calculation the combination is perfect, that marriage take place. Even the devotees also, we are not surrendered devotees. Devotees also, they should follow astrological calculations before fixing a match. It's necessary. Prabhupada write in another place also. लव किया बस कर लिया तो बाद में बहुत कुछ मैचिंग नहीं हुआ. If there is no matching with boy and girl's character, astrology still it works. Don't think that astrology is gone, bygone or science. No, it works now also. As per astrology, wherever there is a matching, then they go for marriage. And also they should check the at least 7 generations. But in the previous, now at least few generations, at least 2 generations, they should see. Huh? 7 character and the samskaras. No corruption, Varna Sankara should not happen. Properly they followed all the rituals, samskaras, Shodas samskaras. Nowadays they know means that's why there is all now who are taking birth. If you see now present generations, that means boys who took birth after 2000 year, if you see their astrological charts, they are very much worst actually. All are very fickle-minded and no devotion, no daiva balam, that means, and also all are very, very demonic. All bad grahas are looking into their life. Very corrupted. And girls also. Nobody is having the fixed marriages. All are flying off. Dosha. So many doshas. You can find from an astrologer. He will tell his experience. But if you see the astrological charts in 1980s, at least some better actually. This is a situation actually. Because demons are taking birth now, more and more. And that's why they are adapting this kind of demonic ideas so quickly, rapidly. Huh? Yeah, women also, they are getting corrupted now. They are living in the colleges also together, co-living. Corruption already gone, happened. Womb is already corrupted. If they do one-time sex also, womb is corrupted actually. After that, even if she married properly and if she go for with another man, so that is corrupted womb only. Ket already barbad ho gaya. It's called Varna Sankara only. From there, Varna Sankara only will come. Even mentally she thinks another boy and she do sex with her husband, but she is going to get the Varna Sankara. Huh?
In Kali Yuga, more and more such people will be there, so who have already got corrupted. Now how to...
It will be revised actually.
How to... No, for that particular person. How to... So that he can come back to normal life.
Chant Hare Krishna, holy name.
And also those to whom we are preaching in colleges, they are mostly born after 2000 now.
Yes, yes.
So you are not able to understand what we are discussing. They don't understand these things. Means they are not able to grasp also.
Yeah.
So
because they are not able to grasp, definitely. That's why you have to put more and more your devotional power.
come into our mind. So.
It's not so easy actually. Now almost all they are 20s now. That means they took birth in 2005, 6, 7 like that. Huh? Friend with benefit. Huh? They are very much attracted to friend with benefit. Yeah, you do friendship for the devotional benefit, not with girls. But it's a really challenging, Prabhu. This time is really challenging time. That's why you might be seeing that the preaching also is going difficult nowadays. Youth preaching becoming difficult. They are very pickle-minded, and all the time they have mobile. On the top of that, they are given with mobile. Now the lust is entering in the intelligence also. Now they can make, like previously, whatever the BFs are there, so they used to watch that. Now using the AI, you can create your own BF. The requirements you can feed it, and it will be creating, and it will be showing the way you want. It will appearing like as it is. You don't do research. I heard from somewhere, and I am telling. That means previously in the 90s, 80s or 70s, just by seeing, only one time, 2 times they are seeing on the road women, that's all. Whenever they want, they can't see. Whenever they come, then only they go and see. That was the situation. When you come to the 2000s, then internet came, and then we are getting freely CDs. So, and after that, so internet became so much, and internet freely available with so many websites. Now, after coming AI, that means mentally it is increased. That means initially it was in the sense level in 80s. Now, after that internet free, you are getting so much data, it entered into the mind. Whatever you desire in the mind, that you can see. Previously whatever is there, that only you have to see. Whatever is coming in front of your senses, that only you have to see. विलेज में कोई भी एक औरत दिखाए तो दिखाए बस. तो अभी क्या, now on top of the mind, now it is going to the higher level. Whatever the way you want, you can design also. film you can design. माने क्या है, अभी लास्ट कहाँ तक पहुंच गया, वो इंटेलिजेंस लेवल तक पहुंच गया. उसको भी वो लोग छोड़े नहीं, demons. They are agitating your lust in the intelligence. They are boosting your lust which is in the intelligence. Kama, lust is, what are the sitting places of lust? This is the meaning actually. Lust in the intelligence, which is sitting in the intelligence, is now boosted actually by AI. ध्यान से रहिए आप लोग.
And that's why they are now very depressed. Like nowadays, when you are preaching, boys are depressed and alone, loneliness, so much.
So intelligence level also they are tortured actually. Their lust is gratified, and that's why they are very much addicted actually. They will make their own way of this type of that type of this heroine, that heroine, whichever heroine you want, you can just give that features and feed it, and film will be ready for you. You can watch that, but you have to pay anyway. That's why don't keep more money with you. Then your mind will be agitated with that money to make such a movies. Be simple. Baba, society is going so rapidly towards the ignorance and passionate ignorance. वो पुराना कॉन्सेप्ट्स, पुराना टेक्निक्स चलेगा नहीं आगे प्रचार के लिए भी. बहुत कुछ we should be, lot of we should change our preaching strategies also. Youth is fully corrupted. Go and see in their lives. Try to touch their heart. Try to understand their real problems. And accordingly you try to preach and so help them. That means opponent is very powerfully attacking. So these all devotees are sajjanas actually, and durjanas, these are all demons. So the bhari pad raha actually now, demonic people. Demonic ideas. हम लोग अपना दुनिया में मस्ती से आराम से हाँ Sometimes the Lord arranges an unfortunate wife for his devotee so that gradually, due to family circumstances, the devotee becomes detached from his wife and home and makes progress in devotional life. In your life, in devotee's life, something, oh, my wife is not good. Okay, very good. Prabhupada says this, not me actually. Leave that and come to and join our mission. Don't go for second marriage, he says. Prabhupada also was thinking to go for second marriage. His father told, no need of second marriage. Prabhupada also suggests same thing. Any disciple, my wife is not good, okay, for no problem. Then leave that and join with our movement. So, bad wife I am saying, in the case of bad wife. It appears that by arrangement of this is arrangement of the Lord. One should take everything It appears that by the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, King Anga, although a pious devotee, got an unfortunate wife like Sunitha, and later on a bad child like Vena. Bad wife and bad child. Sa sharasanam udyamya murga yurvana gocharaha hantya sadhur mrugandinan veno savitya raujjana. After fixing his bow and arrow, the cruel boy used to go to the forest and unnecessarily kill innocent deer, and as soon as he came, all the people would cry, here comes cruel Vena, here comes cruel Vena. What he used to do, this Vena? Very, very cruel man. People, just boys, small, in childhood only. While playing with the small children, he used to take out his knife and cut their throats and go away. Such a cruel person. And anyone is standing on the somewhere near on the bank of a river, just he will push them inside. And he used to kill all the innocent animals. When what he will do, nobody knows. By seeing him, everyone, they take away their children and ran from there. Because he is a king's son, princess. He is a prince actually. He is a prince, so that's why nobody can say anything. They got frustrated actually, all the people. Kshatriyas are allowed to hunt in the forest for the purpose of learning the killing art, not to kill animals for eating or for any other purpose. The Kshatriya kings were sometimes expected to cut off the head of a culprit in that state. For this reason, the Kshatriyas were allowed to hunt in the forest. So because this son of King Anga, Vena, was born of a bad mother, he was very cruel. And he used to go to the forest and unnecessarily kill the animals. So mother is not good, so that's why boy is not good. All the neighboring inhabitants would be frightened by his presence and they would call, here comes Vena, here comes Vena. So from the beginning of his life, he was fearful to the citizens. Nobody is happy with him. On top of that, they were all afraid of him. Akride kridato balan vayasyanati darunaha prasahya niranukroshaha pashu mara marayata. Pashum prashumara mamarayata. The boy was so cruel that while playing with young boys of his age, he would kill them very mercilessly. खेलने के लिए आया, गला काट दिया. गजब यार ये तो. और खेलने के लिए नहीं आएंगे तो भी छोड़ेगा नहीं, आएगा तो काटेगा नहीं. अब काट देगा गला, पता नहीं. As if they were animals meant for slaughter. They are the representatives of that demons. Tam vichaksha khalam putram shasanair vividair nripa yadana shasitum kalpo mrushamasi sudurmana. After seeing the cruel and merciless behavior of his son Vena, King Anga punished him in different ways to reform him, but was unable to bring him to the path of gentleness. He thus became greatly aggrieved. Anga tried actually all the ways to correct him, discipline him, but failed. Prayenabhyarchato devo ye praja gruhamedhinaha kadapatya britam dukkam yena vindati durbaram. Are, isme chahega. The king thought to himself, persons who have no son are certainly fortunate. They must have worshipped the Lord in their previous lives so that they would not have to suffer the unbearable unhappiness caused by a bad son. अरे तो ऐसा मम्मी भी बोलती ना कभी कभी, आप जन्म नहीं लेते तो अच्छा रहता था. Like that, Anga also was like that. I could have without sons. Huh? We are all fortunate, yes. No marriage, no sons. No bad wife, no bad son. So nice. Just use your life for Krishna's service. But most of the times, now if you marry, now young girls, all are bad charts. All astrological charts are very bad. No, nowadays very much, everyone have time also. Now there is a craze for astrology, you know. Every boy and girl, after 2000 you can see everyone have the timings, birth time. Charts are there. But charts are very worst charts. Brahmacharis, no, don't try for any chart. Charts are already bad. Sir say no wife, no bad wife, no cruel boy, cruel son. No bad wife, no cruel son. This is a slogan actually. कोई शादी करना चाहते हैं क्या? हैं? नहीं है ना? क्या है? हाँ? एक दूसरे को क्यों देख रहे? उनको बोल के रखें क्या? Only time will tell. Okay, we'll see for time then. Huh? बंद किया वही लोग. Oh, don't waste your time. Focus on your studies and sadhana. इस जन्म के लिए ब्रह्मचारी रह जाइए बस. ठीक है. यतः पापीयसी कीर्तिर अधर्मश्चा महान् नृणाम् यतो विरोधः सर्वेषाम् यथा आदिरनन्तकः. A sinful son causes a person's reputation to vanish. His irreligious activities at home cause irreligion and quarrel among everyone. And this creates only endless anxiety. Chanakya says 4. A father is the enemy when he has mother, Second marriage. And wife? Beautiful. Son? Cruel. Irreligious son is like enemy. Now see. It is said that an unmarried couple must have a son. Otherwise their family life is void. But a son born without good qualities is as good as a blind eye. A blind eye has no use for seeing, but it is simply unbearable painful. Even eye is blind, if something falls in that, always it give pain or not? It's painful. The king therefore thought himself very unfortunate to have such a bad son. Kastam prajapadesham vai moha bandhanamatmanaha pandito bahumanyeta yadartha kleshadagraha. So fond agree. So who, if he is considerate and intelligent, would desire such a worthless son? That's a question actually. Such a son is nothing but a bond of illusion for the living entity. And he makes one's home miserable. Such a cruel son makes so home like miserable home. Kadapatyam varam manye sadapatyachucham padat nirvidyeta gruhan martyo yat klesha nivahagraha. Then the king thought, a bad son is better than a good son. Now he is thinking reverse. Bad son is better than good son. This is the approach of devotee actually. Because a good son creates an attachment for home, whereas a bad son doesn't. A bad son creates a hellish home from which an intelligent man naturally becomes very easily detached. So that's why after surrendering to Lord, what is the symptom of surrenderance? So how can you say you are surrendering more? You are able to take every situation in favorable to the bhakti. Whatever is happening in your life, that is nothing but you are progressing in devotion. Otherwise you will complain actually. If you are not surrendered, then you say that, why it is happening to me, my Lord? It should not happen. You are not able to see, so that is favorable to you. Instead of that, you see that is unfavorable. So that's why the people who surrender to Lord, for them there is no need to do any remedial processes, or there is no need to do, there are no duties and there are no regulations, there is no do's and don'ts. What they do? They do 24 hours direct devotional services. Shravanam Kirtan. Even to set an example to the society, they may do follow the Varnashrama activities only to set an example. But consciousness is what? It is aloof from that all these Varnashrama activities. When they reach to this stage, in this area, in these areas, consciousness is completely aloof from karma. And they see everything as unfavorable to the Lord, unfavorable to devotion and Lord's mercy. Anga Satchu. And these people also, they are progressing actually. They are trying to start seeing things unfavorable to their devotion. But they are not fully surrendered. So that's why they do take help of karma also. That's why their bhakti is karma mishra bhakti. Because they have no full surrender towards the Lord. That means they don't have strong faith on the Lord. That's why they do take help of karma. That's why their bhakti is not jnana karmadi anavruta anusilanam. No. Their anusilanam is jnana karmadi avrutam. You are understanding this approach? Try to read this file, please. Please read this file and try to grasp the concept. Then after that you apply. And everything will become so easy and nice for you. And every purport also will become so nice and clear for you. You can relate Otherwise, they are jumbling and hanging here and there and not able to connect, not able to see everything as a one picture. You see things are differently and disconnected. That means your understanding is still is not concrete. So because Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, whatever sloka, whatever concept you study, you should be able to put that in a right place of the total picture. Any sloka you read or any concept you learn, that you should be connect to the proper place. But you designed your own. Whatever you are studying till now in your life, devotional books, you might have made a one overall map. That may be wrong also. And you might be keeping the things whatever you are learning in different places. You are building your own speculated diagram. That's not good at all. There is only one diagram, transcendental diagram, given by Acharyas and all our Sampradaya. You cannot bring so many diagrams, no. नींद आ रहे हैं सबको थोड़ा थोड़ा. So, it is better to have a bad son than good. The king began to think in terms of attachment and detachment from one's material home. According to Prahlad Maharaj, the material home is compared to a blind well. If a man falls down into a blind well, it is very difficult to get out of it and begin life again. Prahlad Maharaj has advised that, Gruhanda Kupam, advised that one give up this blind well of home life as soon as possible and go to the forest to take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. According to Vedic civilization, this giving up of the home by Vanaprastha and Sannyasi is compulsory. Vanaprastha should be everyone before marriage, like Kardamuni. When Lord, that means when Swayambhu Manu came and asked so to marry her girl, what he said? After giving birth to a baby, I will be Tata. He fixed already, na? I am not going to stay with your daughter whole life. Ennenno, that means Janmala Bandhu. Life after life, I will be your husband. No. I will be your husband only till you get a child. I will be leaving. If this deal is okay, then I can marry your daughter. Then he asked, you go and ask your wife and daughter. Then Swayambhu Manu went to his wife and daughter. They said, no problem. That means before marriage, so departure time is also fixed. Before arrival time. This is. So Vanaprastha is compulsory. Marriage life is not really a real life. A real life is a devotional life. Serving Krishna. Able to give all the time and all the energy for Krishna. That is pure devotion. King Anga, therefore, thinking in terms of detachment, accepted his bad son as a good impetus for detachment from home life. He therefore considered his bad son because everyone is coming, all the people are complaining, your son killed my son, your son did this, your son did that. So many complaints to Anga. Whole kingdom, everyone is complaining. So that's why he was not able to tolerate. He tried to correct him, but not able to do that. Correct him properly. Better to leave this place. Because he was not able to tolerate that. So many complaints. He was helping him become detached from his home. And ultimately, one has to learn how to detach oneself from attachment to the material life. Therefore, that's a good, with hard lesson we should not leave home. Better, with good association of devotees, if you leave life, it is good. With hard lesson you want to live your life, your family life, it's not good actually. With good teachings of your sadhus, with their good instructions if you live, it's fine. Now going for marriage and kicks from the bad wife and the cruel boy, cruel son. And then after that you will leave. इतना मजा है क्या उसमें? Huh? No. You want hard lesson or the simple lesson? Simple lesson. Any day, any one day you have to leave. Vanaprastha, one should accept, compulsory. Vanaprastha is compulsory. I was teaching this to Grahasthas in Whitefield. That class was entirely different. Here Brahmachari class. Early morning 7:30, they are all seeing like this. We should leave our wife. Oh my God. Many people they don't dare to think also actually. So became addicted and dependent on the family, wife, facilities. They get fear to think. Here the people, audience are different anyway. They already left. He therefore considered his bad son his friend, since he was helping him, became detached from his home. Ultimately, one has to learn how to detach oneself from attachment to material life. Therefore, if a bad son, by his bad behavior, helps a householder to go away from home, it is boon. Anything happens actually, yes. एवं स निर्विण्णमन नृपो गृहान् निशीत उत्थाय महोदयोदयात् अलब्धनिद्रोऽनुपलक्षितो नृभिर्हित्वा गतो वेन सुवं प्रसुप्ताम्. Thinking like that, King Anga couldn't sleep at night. He became completely indifferent to household life. Once, therefore, in the dead of night, he got up from bed and left Vena's mother, Suniti, who was sleeping deeply. He gave up all attraction for his greatly opulent kingdom, and unseen by anyone, he very silently gave up his home and opulence and proceeded towards the forest. In this verse, the word Mahodayat indicates that by the blessings of a great soul, one becomes materially opulent. But when one gives up attachment to material wealth, that should be considered an even greater blessing from great souls. It was not a very easy task for the king to give up his opulent kingdom and young faithful wife. But it was certainly a great blessing of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that he could have given up the attachment and go out to the forest without being seen by anyone. There are many instances of great souls leaving home in this way in the dead of night. What are the examples? And Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada, yes. Yes, Raghunath Das. Yes, Raghunath Das. There are many instances of great souls living home in this way, in the dead of night, giving up attachment for home, wife and money. Vignaya nirvidya gatam patim praja purohitamatya suhrudganadayaha vichikyuryamati shokakatara yata nigudam purusham kuyoginaha. When it was understood that the king had indifferently left home, all the citizens, priests, ministers, friends and people in general were greatly aggrieved. They began to search for him all over the world, just as a less experienced mystic searches out the super soul within himself. The example of searching for the super soul within the heart by the less intelligent mystics is very instructive. The absolute truth is understood in three different features: Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. So Sukyoginaha are less intelligent mystics, can by mental speculation reach the point of impersonal Brahman, but they can't find super soul. Okay. अलक्षयन्तः पदवीं प्रजापतेर्हतोद्यमः प्रत्युपसृत्य ते पुरीं ऋषीन् समेतान् अभिवन्द्य साश्रवो न्यवेदयन् पौरवभर्तृविप्लवम्. When the citizens couldn't find any trace of the king after searching for him everywhere, they were very disappointed. And they returned to the city, where all the great sages of the country assembled because of the king's absence. With the tears in their eyes, the citizens offered respectable obeisances and informed the sages in full detail that they were unable to find the king anywhere. Then the Bhakti and the purports of the 4th canto, 13th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Description of the Descendants of Dhruva Maharaj. Next, Maitreya Vacha. Brugvadayaste munayo lokanam kshemadharshinaha goptaryasati vainrunam pashyanta pashu samyatam. The great sage Maitreya continued, O great hero Vidura, the great sages headed by Bhrigu were always thinking of the welfare of the peoples in general. When they saw that in the absence of King Anga there was no one to protect the interest of the people, they understood that without a ruler, the people would become independent and non-regulated. Arajakatvam will be spreading. If there is no king, what will happen? Arajaka. What is the meaning of Arajaka? Small fish is eaten by Matsyanyaya actually. Chanakya says in Arthashastra. Anywhere actually, even in your organization, in your ashram, anywhere, if there is no leader, what will happen? Small fish is eaten by big fish and big fish eaten by bigger fish. This will happen. In your base, if there is no leader, small innocent person will be exploited by senior. Arajikata will be spreading. Everywhere, even in the family, even in the kingdom, even in the village, everywhere, any organization. Arajikata will be spreading. That means then danda will not be implemented there properly. By fear of the danda only, system will be controlled actually. If the leader is not strong and he is not, that means rod of chastisement. A rod holder is not there, people मजा लेंगे, कोई नहीं सुनेंगे, कुछ भी नहीं, बस अपना मनमानी शुरू हो जाएगा. अच्छा अच्छा लोग भी बिगड़ जाएंगे. If there is no powerful leader, no strong leader, अच्छा लोग भी बुरा हो जाएंगे, बर्बाद हो जाएंगे. Everything they will leave, all the good habits are gone. So that's why everywhere, even in the family, even in the organization, even anywhere, so leader is very much needed, who can monitor actually everyone, what they are doing and correct, give punishment if they do mistake. That should be. This is the principle of material world. If it is not there, then Arajakata. Then what will happen? So without ruler, the people would become independent and non-regulated. In this verse, the significant word is Kshema Darshinaha, which refers to those who are always looking after the welfare of people in general. All the great sages headed by Bhrigu were always thinking of how to elevate the people of the universe to the spiritual platform. Indeed, they advised the kings of every planet to rule the people with that ultimate goal of life in mind. In present rulers, there is no, that means what point is missing in their minds? What is ultimate goal of the life? This is missing. हम लोग जिसको इंस्पायर करते हैं, जिसको देख के एडमायर करते हैं, वो भी ऐसा ही, ये ऐसे बहुत बड़ा प्रधानमंत्री है. What is the goal of life? If it is there in the mind, then it is fine. So, if it is not there, then you cannot expect any good policies from them. No. This is an open truth actually, open secret. The great sages used to advise the head of the state or the king and he used to rule the populace in accordance with their instruction. That's why sages or brahmanas are on the top of the king, and king will be following their good instructions and he is ruling. And these people are completely selfless. They are not samah damah. That means they are controlled, they control their mind and senses. They don't want any material things, material opulences. So that's why their instructions are not at all biased to anything. There is no self-profit. Unbiased, good instructions they always give. Such a kind of people are needed in the society, then only the society will be saved. If we are also Anyabhilasha Sunyam is not there, then you cannot expect any good result. People are so having their own internal agendas. For cooperation also there is agenda. Agenda-based cooperations, selflessly should become more and more selfless. Selfless people, if actually this movement is created for that only. Krishna conscious movement is meant for creating selfless people who can look for welfare of the society. Welfare means not so-called temporary welfare, a real welfare. The great sages used to advise the head of the state or the king, and he used to rule the populace in accordance with their instructions. After the disappearance of King Anga, there was no one to follow the instructions of the great sages. Consequently, all the citizens became unruly, so much so that they could be compared to animals. No dharma, dharmena hina pasubis samana. As described in Bhagavad Gita, human society must be divided into four orders according to quality and work. In every society there must be an intelligent class, administrative class, productive class and worker class. This intelligent class is not just intelligent class, it is self-control. That means they control their mind and intelligence. Shamah, damah, tapa, saucham. Kshanti, rajyavam. Not only just they are so-called intelligent people. No. They control their senses. They are very much selfless and they want to just look for the good of the others. So such a way society has to be divided. If there is no king, then nothing is going to happen. This kind of things will not happen. In modern democracy, the scientific divisions are turned topsy-turvy, and by vote, Sudras or workers are chosen as administrative posts. Having no knowledge of ultimate goal of life. That means a ruler means what he should be in his mind? Ultimate goal of life should be in their mind. Now, having no knowledge of the ultimate goal of life, such persons whimsically enact laws without knowledge of life's purpose. They do make policies only to protect what? Fundamental rights. What is the meaning of fundamental rights? What level they are? They are on the only bodily level. Oriented towards this eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Only this. Nothing else. Only for these four purposes. Facilitating, that means. Whatever the article number 12 onwards you can see. Fundamental rights in Indian Constitution. All are bogus. What is the use of those rights, Prabhu? Are they protecting the spiritual dharma? So are they protecting any spiritual dharma? Nothing. What they are promoting? Even Varnashram dharma, they are protecting Varnashram dharma? Nothing. I should not disturb your sense gratification, you should not disturb my sense gratification. For that purpose, they made fundamental rights. So without disturbing me or without disturbing anyone, so you can do any amount of sense gratification. This is our constitution. And what Shastra is saying? One should restrain their senses from going towards sense objects. And they should focus on their real nature, that is soul, and they are servant of the Lord. They try to revive that relationship with the Lord. This was the principle of the Shastra. But what government is checking, what our rulers, our leaders, they are checking only how to stop disturbance. So how to stop disturbance towards, that means his citizens, so that they can easily, happily do sense gratification. क्या है भाई, इस प्रकार की कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आपको क्या मिलने वाला? आप लोग सोच रहे हैं बहुत कुछ मिल जाए, कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला। रोज का रोज ऐसा ऐसा पॉलिसीज आएगा, सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन को और भी बढ़ा दो। लिविंग टुगेदर आ गए ना, को लिविंग। As a result of that living together policy, what is the thing happened in the society now? That means the major boys and girls, they are happily, easily staying together. Legally, that is not wrong then. Enjoying sex. That means what? Ultimately, your constitution and your rules and regulations, whatever rights you have given, that is, you are making that so your citizens can easily, freely, happily can do sense gratification without any other disturbance. पूछने वाला कोई नहीं रहेगा. Even a child is allowed to do his own sense gratification. In the parents, they should not ask anything. Such a way policies are made. That is known as child protection. These are the nonsense policies actually, completely. And they are sitting on the top. What kind of leaders they are all? Completely, they are bogus actually. They don't have any idea of what is goal of, ultimate goal of life. Prabhupada is writing, you see. Having no knowledge of ultimate goal of life, then what kind of good policies you can expect from them? The result is that no one is happy. No one is happy now. Do you think this kind of system will go on forever? It will collapse very soon. Just wait and see. Be ready. It will go worst and then finish, then will be coming new thing. We have to create our own communities, and we have to revive our culture through Varnashrama college. We should start everywhere. All the colleges will be closed down, so we should take up and we should start Varnashrama colleges. Prabhupada wanted this. So teach the Varnashrama culture to the citizens of the country, state. This will be taught actually. Einstein was saying, in Third World War they are fighting with the nuclear bombs. In Fourth World War they will be fighting with stones and sticks. You are understanding what is going to happen? With stones and sticks, that means the society will be rewinded to that much primitive actually. Everything will be finished, all the communication, everything nonsense. Technology, finish. Coming years. Very soon it is going to happen. Because of now geopolitics are so tense actually. It's so delicate. ऐसा touch होते बस फटने वाला है. So delicate actually. Try to see around your surroundings to you what is happening in other countries. Geopolitics became very, very sensitive and nobody is happy. Everyone wants to encroach others' property, others' land, and nobody is happy. So everyone, every state and every leader is unhappy. They are ready to fight. Only they are just time is already fixed anyway. So it has to reach. Timer is already set. In coming years actually, in astrologically also, if you see 2026 onwards, so situation will become more and more dangerous actually. Finish. One way AI is going to destroy so many software employees' life. Thousands and most of the people, they will become jobless. Already started losing actually, if you see. So many new freshers are all gone. Because it's replacing so much work. There are so many workers. Especially coders. No value actually. In AI, if you give the problem, immediately coding is coming in. Developers, no value now. Non-IT jobs, little better. But in the IT jobs also, most of the times, so especially coding, previously coding 6 months it will take for 10 people. Now that is done within 6 hours by one person. That means how much is reduced? 6 months, 10 people work is done by one person in 6 hours. Game is over. They will be laying off like anything. Be ready for that. Youth preaching, engineering preaching, you stop it and go for liar preaching. वो भी बिक मंगी हो कि आपके पास आएंगे तो क्या करेगा? Huh? You bring youth to land. Yeah. Youth will be there, but youth with jobs, jobless. Good, that's why you bring all of them to for fields. Only thing is better. Huh? Fields, land is the same land, yeah. In Satyuga also same land is there, and in Kali also same land is there. Land is not reduced. People's greed is increased, that's all. Distribution is not there. That everything, Lord will set everything actually. This is not going to change so easily. Huh? By Lord's intervene only, it is going to finish. Then the turning point will come. Definitely. It has to come. Otherwise, how it can survive? Prakriti will not allow. Na? It is also having some limit. Yes. Last 5 years actually. Too much. Actually, information bombarding actually. Every day, everyone is feeded with the thousands and thousands and millions of informations. Even in half an hour, how much time you are hesitated, how many things you are looking, you know. How many times your mind is jumping on how many things you do, you know. You are seeing WhatsApp, this message, that message, and here, what is that? Instagram and Facebook and email, and you don't know what happened half an hour before also. You forgot. It is happening to you or not? You are forgetting half an hour before. What was going in your mind, you are not able to recall. Because your mind switched that many times on the things, various things. You have no mental peace. And you are thinking that you are advancing so much by the technology. You lost your mental peace. Children, they don't have ability to know what is happened, what thought was there 1 hour before. Can you explain? If you ask them, they cannot. Not 1 hour, even 15 minutes before what he was thinking, do you know? You will forget. No, I don't know. That means what? Their time, their mind is controlled by someone else. He is showing always something to him, this person. That means he designed technology so that he is able to control everyone. Demons achieved their goal actually. So, try to understand actually how we are becoming just puppets in their hands. What we have to see, they will decide. AI will decide. Whatever you see for 2-3 times, then AI is understanding and putting everything in front of you. And your time is controlled by that. And everything. Your mind, your thought process. And you don't need to think anything. If you want anything, I want to give a class on lust. As per Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita. Sir, you will get slokas and everything ready-made. उसको ले आके पटर पटर बोलो. बस हो गया. हो गया बस. What you are going to get? Nothing. Even people also who are is going to hear, why I have to go in chat GPT. If I give what is the last, then I can get immediately, I can read. What is the need to go and hear his class? Anyway, he is going to tell from chat GPT. Gone, preaching is out, wiped off. Yeah, it's real fact I am saying, you know. It's going to happen. Even if you make such a nice PPT, they say that I can make it in 10 minutes. So what is there in this? I don't want to see anything. Whatever I want, I can ask ChatGPT, it will make a PPT such a way, and I can learn from there. I don't need to approach any guru.
We are using AI like making PPTs.
Everything is not okay. Are previously people they don't have any textbooks also. They used to sit in front of Guru and Guru is reciting three times he is making to recite and remembering like that. That level of consciousness now came to such a degradation. Everything is AI is going to do. Huh? Then what is the value actually? This complete AI is the fast, rapidly it is going to degrade human society. This invention is like dangerous actually. It's a dangerous thing. You will lose actually if you got addicted. So slowly you will lose your analyzation and ability to think and contemplate and reconcile. Drashraddha, how it will come? A will get Drashraddha. Shravanam and Mananam it will do. It will get. And A will get the realizations. Without soul. Object is going to get realizations. Our life will going to become like a funny game actually. We became puppets and funny. This demonic nature. So you read Bhagavad Gita, 13 to 18 chapters. Clearly Krishna is explaining all these things. It's a mode of ignorance. When the mode of ignorance is in the dominance, ignorance and rajas, this is the society. Society will be like this. Full of dominance. We want to create society with full of goodness. So that one can study Bhakti Shastras nicely and understand and give time for realizing. So do bhajan. Very far. And devotees should understand what is my permanent solution, which direction I should move forward. They are not understanding actually. Our Acharya wanted to create a self-sustained, peaceful and so mode of goodness is prevailing such a society. People are having the values and they respect parents, guru, and where there is a respect for the cows, brahmanas, women, old man, so children, such a environment. All are following rules and regulations. Such a society. Now where is the present society? If you don't think for alternative society, it is a very, very bad time actually. We are losing time day by day. At least try to desire it, Baba. Try to desire it. Be first willing and then after that, any actions will come. At least willing you should do. Don't compromise yourself that, oh, life like this only, society will be like this only. I have to adjust for everything and somehow or other I should do devotion. If you don't compromise yourself, try to think anything can happen best. Because our Acharya is saying again and again. So present leaders, they are not with goal of the ultimate goal of the life. You cannot expect any good thing from them. And present demonic, so inventions, they are completely controlling humans. And policies made by the politicians is completely demonic culture they are bringing. And you are trying to think that, you are thinking that I can compromise and I can adjust and I can still stay and do my devotion. हम लोग रेबल कब होंगे? हम यही सोच रहे हैं. When will become rebels? थोड़ा सा तो हो जाए. A rebel to present demonic culture. रेबल नहीं होंगे तो मजबूरी कर दिया जाएगा. भगवान मजबूरी कर देंगे, मजबूर कर देंगे. कैसा? सब खत्म कर देगा. जाओ, अभी तो क्या करेगा, जाओ, अभी तो जाना ही पड़ेगा. मेरा टीचिंग सुनकर, टीचिंग्स के अनुसार आप बदलेगा तो बदलो, नहीं तो मजबूर कर दूंगा मैं, हटा दूंगा सब. तब क्या करेगा? We want hard lesson. or we want good lesson. Then think for alternative. Then think for the something out of box. This box is not good box, whatever the present society. Next. Veeramataramahuya sunitam brahmavadinah prakrutya sammatam venam abhyashinchan patim bhuvaha. The great sages then called for Queen Mother Sunita, and with her permission they installed Vena on the throne as master of the world. All the ministers, however, disagreed with this. Ministers, they disagreed because he was killing mercilessly, causelessly. Causeless killing, actually. It's not causeless mercy. Causeless killing he is doing. That's why his ministers all opposed, actually. But these sages, Bhrigu and others, they appointed. Why they appointed? Because if there is no king immediately, what is happening? Even worst is going to happen. If without king, even is more worst. Because thieves are looting, they are stealing money and killing people. Something is better than nothing. With that principle, Bhrigu appointed, Bhrigu and all sages. कहाँ से लेके आएंगे अभी नया नया राजा को फटाक से, इसलिए उसी को रखा गया. At least thieves will be afraid of Vena. They ran away by seeing him. Srutvan rupasanagatam venamatyugrasasanam nililyurdasya vah sadyaha sarpatrasta ivakavaha. It was already known that Vena was very severe and cruel. Therefore, as soon as all the thieves and rogues in that state heard of his ascendance to the royal throne, they became very much afraid of him. Indeed, they hid themselves here and there as rats hide themselves from snakes. सब rogues and this डर के चुप गए actually. This good thing happened. When the government is very weak, rogues and thieves flourish. Because now present democracy system, yesterday I was describing, democracy, this present democracy is not going to give any good governance. Not possible actually. It's already gone. To have a good, through democracy, if you want good governance, all the participants of that democracy, they should be well educated and not biased, and having the proper values and good knowledge. Such a sober people's community, if it is, then person elected by that community will be the nice. But community is already gone, corrupted actually. They are all uneducated, they are biased to their caste, creed and so and so. And they are illiterate, ignorant, not only illiterate, ignorant also. So then what kind of leader they are going to elect? So that's why present government actually, not only that Vena's government, present our government also very weak. That's why rogues and thieves are flourishing. Rich man is becoming more and more rich. That's a machnyaya. So wealthy person is becoming more and more wealthier. And poor is becoming more and more poor. Exploitation is happening. People think that they are now, even poor people also nowadays, apparently looks like that they are having the money, bank balance, this and that. But these are all false money. It's a false wealth. A real wealth is what? A real wealth is food, grains, fruits, vegetables, minerals. This is real wealth. Milk, cows and milk. Yeah. Land anyway it is there. Land is not going anywhere. So, these are the things, a real wealth actually. But these are all not there, and only bank balance, what is that false balance that is. Nowadays even paper money also is not there. Everything became electronic. Even bank can generate 1 crore electronic money. It can give to anyone loan. And you are working for that. You are paying debt for interest for that. Simply tamasha. So falsy system actually. Corruption. We are becoming day by day completely, really how much that means we are being exploited actually. And ignorant and in front of cheating, bluff. First of all, paper money itself is a cheating. he is taking nice your production, your hard-earned production for one small paper. And you don't know how much value it is going to have tomorrow. And you are accepting, and you are giving your hard-earned to them. But previously, like exchanging the commodities. That was. Now even that paper money also is gone. And now everything became electronic. Cashless society is baseless society. Of course, Venu was not very good king, but he was known to be cruel and severe. Thus the state at least became freed from thieves and rogues. That is a benefit they got. Bhrigu and others, that's why they appointed him. Sauruda nripasthana unnaddoshta vibhuti bihi avamene mahabhagan stabda sambhavita swataha. When the king ascended to the throne, he became all powerful with 8 kinds of opulences. Consequently, he became too proud by virtue of his false prestige. He considered himself to be greater than anyone. Thus, he began to insult great personalities. Ashta vibhuti bihi. What are the 8 opulences is very important. The king is supposed to possess 8 kinds of opulences. By dint of mystic yoga practices, kings generally acquired these 8 opulences. King generally get 8 opulences. By doing mystic yoga, they get Ashtasiddhi. That is one thing. But generally, by becoming king position, he can get 8 opulences like what? Like royal fort, F-O-R-T, fort, Durgam, treasury, next army, next ministers, and citizens, land, and 2 more things are there. This is the Astavibhutis actually. In Arthashastra it explained. These are the opulences king get automatically. So I can tell some other time. In Arthashastra you can find. These opulences he got. And everything became his. That means army became his own now his, and a fort. And also treasury is now he can operate treasury, whatever amount he can spend anywhere. So like this, he got 8 opulences. By now Prabhupada is writing, and king is doing Ashtasiddhi, doing yoga, then he is known as Rajarshi, and in that way he is explaining, that is also okay. A Rajarshi could also create a kingdom, like Vishwamitra created. Yeah. These were some of the opulences of a king. King Venu, however, was not practiced in yoga, but he became very proud of his royal position nonetheless. Actually here Venu didn't become Rajarshi. Generally Rajarshi, if you do yoga, then he is known as Rajarshi and he is getting Ashtasiddhis. That is different. But here Prabhupada is saying clearly, he is not Rajarshi. He got these 8 opulences, whatever I said. So treasury, fort, and so and so. Because he was not very considerate, he began to misuse his power and insult great personalities. See how he is going to insult. Evam madanda utsikto nirankusha iva dvipaha paryatan rathamastaya kampayanniva rodasi. When he became overly blind due to his opulences, King Vena mounted a chariot and, like an uncontrolled elephant, began to travel through the kingdom, causing the sky and earth to tremble wherever he went. That means he is going anywhere with his chariot, with his army. And what he is telling there? Nayashtavyam na datavyam na hotavyam dvijah kvachit iti nyavarayad dharmam beri ghoshena sarvashah. What is doing? What is announcing? All the twice born, that is Brahmanas, were forbidden henceforward to perform any sacrifice. Na yashtavyam, na datavyam. No sacrifice. And they were also forbidden to give charity or offer clarified butter. Thus King Vena sounded kettle drums throughout the countryside. In other words, he stopped all kinds of religious rituals. That means Brahmanas are not giving charity, then what they will do? How they survive? When Britishers came, what they attacked actually? Educational system. They removed all the Gurukul Vedic system out. They introduced their educational system, so-called Sudra, making education. That means this Vedic education teach always Karma Siddhanta and always teach goal of the life, ultimate goal of the life. That education is removed out from the syllabus. And how you can become a skillful man? By learning engineering, this and that. Skills are given to become a Sudra. Similarly, now all religious activities depends upon educational. If educational class is not there, intellectual class, educated class is not there in the society, then what will happen? Everyone will be like Sudra. So King Vena also stopped religious activities. Finish. If educated class is not there, then there is no religious activities. Nobody is going to guide. That's why nobody knows nowadays what is Pitru Karma, what is Karma, and what is good, bad. Nobody knows. Only knows everyone. So how to do Laplace transformations, Fourier series, differential equations, how to solve this. This only, using Fourier series and Laplace transform, how to solve differential equations. This they feel so nice. No, actually. This this kind of education is not going to bring any peace in the society. Nobody will be happy. So Vena, all religious activities he made to stop. Then see the purport. What was committed by King Vena many years ago is at present being carried out by atheistic governments all over the world. So saying that means secular, that means you can, that means dharma nirapeksha is equal to what? No dharma. Adharma. So see the wording, see how so nice. Kali Yuga actually. I want my own space. Dharma nirapeksha. You have to attack on this actually. While doing preaching, you should find this kind of concepts and smash them. This is a very, very dangerous thing actually. Even small children, they are saying, I need my space, ma. Mummy, I need. Mom, I need my own space. क्या करेगी? क्या करेगा बच्चा? The world situation is so tense that any moment governments may issue declarations to stop religious rituals. Prabhupada is saying. They will say because of our Ratha Yatra, also they will be saying that there is so much problem. This problem, that problem. Any religious activity like, so, huh? A lot of trouble. Yes, yes. Yeah, playing mridanga is also problem for them. Eventually, the world situation will become so degraded that it will be impossible for pious men to live on the planet. What do you think about this statement of Srila Prabhupada? Is it ऐसा ही लिखे सोच रहे हैं? इसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं. आपका क्या वैल्यू है आपके हृदय में? Eventually, the world situation will become so degraded that it will be impossible for pious men to live on the planet. Therefore, sane people should execute Krishna consciousness very seriously so that they can go back home, back to Godhead, without having to further suffer the miserable conditions predominant in this universe. That's why one should take up this Krishna consciousness so seriously, chanting holy names. That's very important. So, and we should try to save our community. We should have our own communities. Otherwise, what? These people will eat away actually. Our devotees will be exploited by them. Already they are being exploited. All the time they are squeezed out. Their energy and time is squeezed out by them. They are utilizing for their sense gratification, their so-called profits, using our devotees. Next. Venasya munayo durvrittasya vichestitam vimrushya lokavyasanam krupayochu sma satrinaha. Therefore, all the great sages assembled together and, after observing cruel Vena's atrocities, concluded that a great danger and catastrophe was approaching the people of the world. Thus, out of compassion, they began to talk amongst themselves, for they themselves were the performers of the sacrifice. We're going to stop all the sacrifice, then there will be no rains. That means, Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad annasam. Parjanyo yajna sambhava. If there is no yajna, no rains, no grains. There is no rains, no grains. People will be out of, what means no food. Then stealing. Wherever there is no sufficient food, there will be robbery, theft, everything will be there. These are demonic people actually. That thing only, na? Actually, our education system, our parampara, doing sacrifice, Harinam Sankirtan, everything is stopped actually. How? By saying that these are all Chandasavada. Chandasa means Vedic. They are all rotten ideas. Our youth was trained like that. These are all fiction stories. Rama, Krishna, and these are all fiction stories. They are all created. Only some people. And so much negativity is shown actually. Krishna is a playboy. Like Vittal actually he is like a playboy and he has no character. And all Rama is only for one wife, he is running behind, left the kingdom. So many. That means a negative propaganda was done by communist ideas. Communist, very systematically our India and our Indian ideologies are destroyed actually. And they were given position actually. Demons, they gave position to them. And all the college books curriculum is designed by communist ideology. There is no scope for the dharma. There is not at all taught about our Vedic culture. And on top of that, it is seen as like a offense. If you go to any college and if you propagate Vedic Sanatana Dharma, people immediately question, hey, our school is secular. And if you go and teach any Bible, that's okay. That means what? Youth curriculum actually in the learning stage, they were completely, उन लोगों को वंचित किया गया जो जानना चाहिए उस चीज से. तो क्या बचा? That's nothing but stopping all religious activities. They don't know what is the value of cow. They don't know the value of the land. They don't know values of the Vedic values. They don't know what is life goal. They don't know what is soul and what is body, difference between these two. Then what they do actually? Like Vena's situation, how it was, exactly now also it is happening. Thus, out of compassion, they began to. So now the sages came together by seeing the Vena's activities. Before King Vena was enthroned, all the great sages were very much anxious to see that to the welfare of the society. When they saw that King Vena was most irresponsible, cruel, and atrocious, they again began to think of the welfare of the people. It should be understood that sages, saintly persons, and devotees are not unconcerned with people's welfare. It should be understood that sages, saintly persons, and devotees are not unconcerned. Means are concerned. So at that time sages were there. Now this time who are there? Devotees are there. हम लोग उन लोगों के साथ में कैसा जम के थोड़ा सा चिपके उनके साथ में देते हुए कैसे न कैसे हम अपना काम निकाल दे. ऐसा चलेगा? ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. That will not going to work. They will eat away you. Ultimately. Nothing, no place will be there to you to preach also. They will ban everything very soon. It will become completely closed down. Boys and girls will be there together, all the hostels. Where you will go and preach? In government colleges, hostels also it will come now, very soon. Co-living. Then you will go in where boy and girl, they are sleeping each other, and what we will preach. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. That's 2015, now 2025, 10 years over. Now you go and see. Many co-living college hostels are increasing. Are you seeing? No? जा रहे हैं बाहर नहीं जा रहे हैं? कहाँ? Co-living नहीं दिखना, हॉस्टल संख्या बढ़ रही है, देख रहे हैं ना आप? Co-living hostels. बहुत लोग prefer कर रहे हैं. See, that is also concept, so beautiful concept, you know. So girls are saying that, at least if I have a boyfriend, then he will protect me. What is the idea behind co-living? All demonic ideas apparently look so nice. I am a girl, I need protection. So that's why better to be a boyfriend so that he will protect me from other boys. This is the argument from girls. Then what you are going to answer for this? Yeah? This is the... And parents also now they are convinced slowly, gradually. Otherwise, who knows, that means 32 टुकड़ा 36 ना, कोई 36 टुकड़ा ना करे. Better to be with one boy. कितना टुकड़ा किएगा श्रद्धा को? हाँ 32 हैं? क्या यार, कुछ भी नहीं, हम लोग जनरल नॉलेज. 36 और 48 है. अब उनका तो न्यूज ही पता नहीं. तो देख अब जॉइन भागवत में व्हाट यू विल प्रीच देन इफ यू डोंट नो द श्रद्धा कर. अच्छा, he is focusing on how to get Shraddha. None. That's good. Prabhupada is writing so much advanced points at that time itself. That means how much he has observation on society. He should be having the idea on society to preach actually. Especially I am telling about preachers. If you are not preacher, okay, no problem. So, what is the argument now? By seeing such a incidents, see, so Kali is arranging like anything. And oh, my daughter is also, someone will attack. And instead of getting such a nasty situation, her body is made into 36 pieces. Better to be with one boy. Okay. Parents also happy. At least she'll be protected. I can know with whom she is. She can study and nicely get job, and she can stand on his own feet, on her feet, and live happily. Dharmena hina pasubhis samana. No dharma, nothing, chastity, faithfulness, nothing is there. Because now slowly, most of the parents also are love marriage people, or something like that. After another 10 years, if you see, or 15 years, this kind of people only are going to become parents, na? Then in their mind, in their heart, there is no weight for dharma. Then what will be the society? Most 70 to 80% before marriage, they are pre-marriage marital sex relationships they have. That is there. That is there. That is there in everywhere. And drugs are there, very common now. Ganjeda. You know this concept? अरे एक्सपीरियंस नहीं, इतना सुनने से समझ में आता है. आजकल नया लड़का को लेकर बैठो, सब बोल देगा क्या चल रहा है आपका सोसाइटी में. अच्छा से पूछो तो सब बोल देगा वो. If you don't understand their problems, what you will preach? Because they have no time. Because they have to give time for a girlfriend. Yeah. You are pacifying and you are just consoling them. Till the time they will be there. When the heart becomes a little bit okay, then they go away. Because their mind is very flickering mind. Because from the childhood they are not stable on any one thought. Because what they are using their mobile, Android mobiles, and their mind is always jumping one and two like that. Even one girl they cannot love also. With one girl they cannot be sufficient. इसको देखकर उसको भी देखो और उसको भी देखो उसको भी देखो. Because they are not stable. Stability is not there. And that's why their relationships are very dry, frustrated actually. So that's why now in the present society, that's why all the values and sex will be normalized actually. Sex means nothing, okay, we had, that's all. What is the problem for you? If you don't want to be with me, then go away. If they have no value, it is normalized by everyone, then it is not a big issue then. When society having the values, then if someone do mistake, someone do illicit sex, then there is a big issue. Because everyone is having the value. Now nobody is having the value, then what is? No issue. It's normalized. It's normal. Then what preaching? What kind of spiritual progress you can expect? You have to increase your... We are all reading problems, studying problems, learning problems. Only thing is becoming more and more serious in Krishna consciousness. Your strength, devotional power has to increase to destroy. I said, Jiva Goswami was saying, what is the factor actually in the preacher? The strength of his devotion is going to make people devotees. सामने वाले व्यक्ति का सामर्थ्य देखो, कली का सामर्थ्य. नहीं तो पिस जाएगा तुम भी उसके नीचे, रोलर के नीचे. Yeah, it's happening. free communication. That means male and female have free communication is a destruction. पहले फ्री कम्युनिकेशन नहीं रहता था. किसी लड़की से बात करना बहुत मुश्किल. कितना बाप रे. When we were in childhood, it was very difficult, है ना प्रभु? कोई है मेरे एज का? सब यंग ही लग रहे हैं. 40 से ऊपर कोई है? अच्छा अच्छा 2 लोग. So at that time, very, very difficult. Love letters at that time, that was going on. That may reach or may not reach where it goes. Now nothing actually. Check. So many social networks are there. WhatsApp is there, Telegram. Nobody, you cannot check them also. So mobile messages. Mobile is gone actually. WhatsApp messages, Insta, Facebook. कितना नेटवर्क्स आ गया. Telegram. So that's why free mixing is free. See how the demonic people, they are making arrangements to increase so sinful activities, to increase, to degrade the society. Thoughts. That means one side they are inventing technology, another side they are also introducing the concepts. I need my own space, a friend for benefit, like this, these are all. Co-living. And policies on the top of government is also helping to make policies, such a policies. Altogether attacking innocent people, they are becoming victims. So, ordinary karmis are busy acquiring money for sense gratification, and ordinary jnanis are socially aloof when they speculate on liberation. But actual devotees and saintly persons are always anxious to see how the people can be made happy both mentally and spiritually. What Prabhupada is saying, in this diagram if you see, these people, they don't bother. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Good, bad, everything is one. And these people busy in Maja. So then who is going to help these people and these people? That's Prabhupada. Nishkam Karma Yogi also will not do. Because he wants to see everything as Samasyatrocha Mitrecha. Tolerate. Bad ho to hone dijiye. I should tolerate that. Good hone dijiye. Tolerate that. But devotees are paradukka dukhi. They are compassionate. So Prabhupada, karmis are busy in acquiring money, sense, and jnanis, social elephants speculate on liberation. But actual devotees and saintly persons are always anxious to see how the people can be made happy, both materially and spiritually. That is the reason. That's why we are going for preaching. You are starting new base. Why? Out of compassion. You should not forget that. They are compassionate actually. Therefore, the great sages began to consult one another on how to get out of the dangerous atmosphere created by King Venu. Aho ubayatah praptam lokasya vyasanam mahat darunyo bhayato deepte iva taskara palayo. When the great sages consulted one another, they saw that the people were in dangerous position from both directions. When a fire blazes on both ends of a log, the ants in the middle are in a very dangerous situation. Similarly, at that time, the people in general were in dangerous position due to an irresponsible king on one side and thieves and rogues on another side. Just a log is there, two sides fire is lit, and in between ants are there. Similarly, people, one side king, no religious activities, no rains, nothing. Another side, these thieves and rogues, they are looting. Now also same. So much tax collection. On the other side, there is no security. Everyone is fear of their property, whatever. In the inside, in the heart. Because in everyone's mind, cheating tendency is fully it is there. If you come little bit into social life, like selling and buying, like in agriculture goods I get, and I have to sell, and I should buy. So much cheating. And nobody has one second Prabhu actually. Hello? Yes. আচ্ছা আপনি যান ওখানে ও ওখানে যান আর ওখানে রুমে আছে ওনাকে দিয়ে দে না 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 নিচে আসতে পারে আপনি যান নিচে আসতে পারে না আপনি যান ও মায়াপুর অ্যাপার্টমেন্টস আছে না কোথায় মায়াপুর না না মায়াপুর চন্দ্র মায়াপুর চন্দ্র অ্যাপার্টমেন্টস ওটা ফার্স্ট ফ্লোর আছে ওখানে যান sorry when the great sages consulted one another they saw that so log with two sides fire inside middle actually if ants are there similarly these people are tortured by the king and also rogues present society also you can see so much tax collections by government and also there is no security for their life people if anyone house there is a young girl no security all the time parents they have fear and if you become little old and you have property or having the land every time all the neighbors all the time because now people even farmers also they are corrupted actually they have no ethics they try to all the time try to encroach now many people in the villages boys that means young people they left their village because they settled in the jobs now there is no security for the land no security for anything actually encroaching अराजका भयादेशा कुतो राजतदर्हणः ततोप्यासीद् भयं त्वद्य कथं स्यात् स्वस्ति देहिनाम् Thinking to save the state from irregularity, the sages began to consider that it was due to a political crisis that they made Venu king, although he was not qualified. But alas, now the people were being disturbed by the king himself. Under such circumstances, how could the people be happy? They are regretting now. Oh, we only made this person as a king. Because at that time, emergency. Rogues, completely thieves, looting the people. At least by seeing Venu, they will be not doing. But now Venu is become big problem. In Bhagavad Gita 18.5, it is stated that even in the renounced order, one should not give up sacrifice, charity and penance. The brahmacharis must perform sacrifice, the grihasthas must give in charity, and those in the renounced order of life, vanaprastha and sannyasi, must practice penance and austerities. These are the procedures by which everyone can be elevated to the spiritual platform. When sages and saintly persons saw that King Venu had stopped all these functions, they became concerned about the people's progress. Saintly people preach God consciousness or Krishna consciousness because they are anxious to save the general populace from the dangers of animalistic life. This is our propaganda is also our mission is also what? Saving people from animalistic life. That means otherwise they will be dharmena hina pasabhissanamana. We want to preach Varnashrama, Sanatana Dharma, that means Krishna consciousness and Varnashrama Dharma. To organize their material life, they should follow Varnashrama Dharma. So that's why this we want to preach. This is a helping tool. Ultimately, we want to take everyone to dependent on holy name and chant holy name forever and get the result. Krishna Prem. But you cannot take everyone from here to here like this. This is illusion actually. Another misunderstanding. थोड़ा सा एक दो चार दिन आप श्रद्धा दे दिया, कुछ संग किया, थोड़ा श्रद्धा आएगा, आप सोचते हैं कि अभी अनवरत निवृत्ति में है. कौन सा अनवरत निवृत्ति? हाँ. Then it depends upon power of the devotion. Prabhupada's early days actually they are all hippies. Because of power of Srila Prabhupada, everyone became full-time devotee 24 hours there immediately. Within few days only they became leaving everything and 24 hours they are following his instructions, direct instructions. That is his power. अभी है क्या? अभी कौन है ऐसा बनाने वाले? हाँ? नहीं है ना? आप तो नहीं तो हम भी नहीं. And Prabhupada also saw after that. Actually, initially all grihasthas, brahmacharis, everyone is in the temple. You know, that was the system. But after that, due course of time, because he preachers preaching, na? So they are not in direct connection with Prabhupada. So people whom he preached, they are started preaching, bringing many people. So then Prabhupada said that, abhi community banao aap log. That's why in West Virginia, New Vrindavan project, 1966 it started. After that immediately. And then you people be in the simple living and practice. So simple life based upon land and cows, then chant. And but this system is to become pure devotee only. Prabhupada also says. In 1977 he is saying even very strongly. From 1972 onwards, Prabhupada was, because many people are coming to our organization, to our movement, by many people. So now it's a time. They are not directly associated with Prabhupada also. So now it's a time for what? So systematically, so preaching and also saving them, protecting them. That is needed actually. That's why he was giving from 1972 onwards to 77. In his instructions, the major instructions are on developing communities, Varnashrama Dharma. 75% of instructions are on that. You'll be seeing. In folio you can go and search. He was telling very seriously. In 1977, February 14th, so-called Valentine's Day, on day he was saying with Harikesh Maharaj, no. Harisauri Prabhu and one more conversation you can see, 1977, February 14th, Mayapur. Prabhupada is saying, one sannyasi, five women. What is this? So to become Vaishnava, they should be Varnashrama Dharma. Like that. That's a practical actually. We may accept, we don't accept, but that is a practical. You cannot expect that everyone is fully surrendered to Lord by some association, little association. No. And unless if they are not fully surrendered, you cannot expect that they are in the pure devotion. No. You should not say actually. So then they need time. They need properly, so undergoing proper study of the Bhakti Shastras. Their doubt should be removed and they should be cultivated. Then they will come to the full surrender state. Before that, you need to take help of this system. If you keep them in the same with the association of karmis, you cannot see any progress in them. Okay, next. There must be a good government to see that citizens are actually executing their religious rituals, and thieves and rogues must be curbed. When this is done, the people can advance peacefully in spiritual consciousness and make their lives successful. That's our point also. What we have to give a good government actually for people. So that पार्सल क्यों? हेलो, हरे कृष्णा. 1E. तो बोर्ड पर है, स्विच बोर्ड पर. अहेरिवापयः पोषः पोषकस्याप्यनर्धभृत् वेनः प्रकृत्यैव खलः सुनीता गर्भसंभवः. सुनीता गर्भसंभवः. He took birth from Sunita. सुनीता कौन? बहुत बैड वुमेन है ना. सुनीता का पप्पा कैसा? Personification of death. That's the meaning actually. The sages began to think within themselves because he was born from the womb of Sunita. King Venu is by nature very mischievous. कोई भी गांव में भी कुछ बोलते हैं ना, अरे इसका पिता माता कैसे लोग, ऐसे लोग है ना, इसको कैसा ये अच्छा निकलेगा, बोलते हैं नहीं वैसे. That's true actually. Boy get qualities from her mother, from his mother. And mother is not good at all. Then how can, that's why, because they are concluding that his nature is like that only. It's not that accidentally he did something. This boy's nature is like that. And his father also tried. So that's why he is already out of hands. Supporting this mischievous king is exactly like maintaining a snake with milk. Now he has become a source of all difficulties. Sages are contemplating like this. Saintly persons are generally aloof from the social activities and materialistic way of life. King Venu was supported by the saintly persons just to protect the citizens from the hands of rogues and thieves, but after his ascendance to the throne, he became a source of trouble to the sages. Saintly people are especially interested in performing sacrifices and austerities for the advancement of spiritual life. But Venu, instead of being obliged because of this saint's mercy, turned out to be their enemy. Actually, they only appointed him as king. Now, Venu is stopping religious activities. Turned out to be their enemy because he prohibited them from executing their ordinary duties. A serpent who is maintained with milk and banana simply stores poison in his teeth and awaits the day to bite his master. So that's why we should be always away from this kind of rich people or cruel people. निरूपितः प्रजापालः सजिघां सति वै प्रजाः तथापि सान्त्वये मामुं नास्मांस्तत्पातकं स्पृशेत्. We appointed this king Venu of the state in order to give protection to the citizens, but now he has become the enemy of the citizens. Despite all these discrepancies, we should at once try to pacify him. They are giving one chance, second chance. We may not be touched by the sinful results caused by him. By doing so, because you see, they only appointed, na? So, and they don't want to kill him. They appointed and they want to give a second chance instead of killing him immediately. Without giving a proper try, immediately if they kill, so without trying them to change, trying him to change, so if we directly do, it's not good. So that's why they don't want to get such a sin actually, without trying to change him, without endeavoring to change, directly killing. The saintly sages elected King Vena to become king, but he proved to be mischievous. Therefore, the sages were very much afraid of incurring sinful reaction. That is also one more problem. Why they want to interfere into this issue? Because they only appointed, and if they don't solve this problem, then they will incur sin. The law of karma prohibits a person even to associate with a mischievous individual. By electing Vena to the throne, the saintly sages certainly associated with him. Ultimately, King Vena became so mischievous that the saintly sages actually became afraid of becoming contaminated by his activities, because they appointed him, and that's why they are now afraid of his sinful activities. That means they appointed a wrong person as a king for innocent people. That's why they are afraid of this. Thus, before taking my action against to him, before taking any action against him, the sages tried to pacify and correct him so that he might turn from his mischief. Tadvid 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 dvir vidvadbir vid tad vidbir asadvrutto venosmabih kruto nrupah santvito yedino vacham na grahishyatya dharmakrit lokadikkara sandagdam dahishyamaha swatejasa. The saintly sages continued thinking, of course we are completely aware of his mischievous nature, yet nevertheless we enthrone Vena. If we cannot persuade King Vena to accept our advice, he will be condemned by the public and we will join them. Thus, by our prowess, we shall burn him to ashes. They want to try to change him. Saintly persons are not interested in political matters, yet they are always thinking of the welfare of the people in general. Consequently, they sometimes have to come down to the political field and take steps to correct the misguided government or royalty. However, in Kali Yuga, saintly persons are not so powerful as they previously were. And हम लोग not able to correct. अरे मोदी मिला मेरे से, वाव, एक फोटो खींच के यस ऐसा हो गया. उनका जो बैड है हम लोग बोलने के लिए भी हिम्मत नहीं. As per the standard of Shastra, for a leader means what? What should be there in his mind? Ultimate goal of life should be there in their mind. If that is not there, you cannot expect any good policies from that leader or good protection. If that is not there, then what? Who are there such leaders? So they used to be able to burn any sinful man to ashes by virtue of their spiritual prowess. Now saintly persons have no such power due to the influence of age of Kali. Indeed, the Brahmanas don't even have the power to perform sacrifices in which animals are put into a fire to attain a new life. Under these circumstances, instead of actively taking part in politics, saintly persons should engage in chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. By the grace of Lord Chaitanya, by simply chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the general populace can derive all benefits without political implications. So when we preach and when we have our own communities, then it will become Sangha Shakti actually. That will change the situation. ऐसा नहीं हम लोग जाके अभी इनको भस्म कर दूंगा उनको भस्म कर दूंगा. मंत्र आता नहीं, लेकिन फिर भी नहीं तो भस्म कर ही डाल देते थे. लेकिन मंत्र तो आता ही नहीं, क्या करें. Okay, 4-2. How many shlokas are there in this? How many are? What is it? Okay, we'll do tomorrow. Okay. Huh? ओके एक कर देंगे प्रभु ही बोले एवमद्यवसायैनं मुनयो गूढ़मन्यवः उपव्रज्या ब्रुवन्वेनं सांत्वयित्वा च सामभिः. The great sages, having thus decided, approached King Vena, concealing their real anger and cover karke. They pacified him with sweet words and then spoke as follows. These munis are going to speak. 14th onwards, tomorrow we'll see. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Any questions? अरे तो इमरजेंसी था ना, कोई नहीं. हाँ बहुत पनिश किया लेकिन वो बदला नहीं है ना. तो नहीं है उन लोगों का ऐसा खत्म नहीं करना चाहते वो लोग. उनको ट्राई करने के लिए उनके पिताजी बहुत ट्राई किया तो इसीलिए चले गए होपलेस होकर. तो उसके बाद सेजेस के लिए कोई रास्ता नहीं मिला इसीलिए उसको रखा. और लेकिन वो तो घटिया बन गया. हाँ वो तो विदुर ने कहा ये सबसे बड़ा है. बट कर्मा इज सो पावरफुल, यू नो. अकॉर्डिंग देयर कर्मा दे विल बी देयर. ऐसा कुछ नहीं, लेकिन उस समय योग्य कुछ नहीं मिला. ऐसा कि इफ यू सी इन द 8th canto, 9th canto, you see so many people. That means Brahmana sons became Kshatriyas, Kshatriya sons became Brahmanas. Many will come. Not necessary. But samskaras are followed in the lineage for many, many generations, then there is a chance is there. You cannot simply violate birth also. Birth is have no role in deciding varna. No, you cannot say, but in Kali Yuga you can say. But in other yugas, birth is also having some weight. Astrology, birth, character, parents, all will be into the factors. Okay. Stop it.